Download it free today.
Broadcasting across California with Nikki Lorenzo. This is Inside California Politics.
And glad you're with us this week. I'm Nikki Lorenzo in Sacramento. On the show this week, we're focusing on the race for LA mayor, where Mayor Karen Bass appears to be facing an uphill battle in her bid to keep her job. So here's our recent polling with Emerson College on the race right now. A couple of key parts of this survey to keep an eye on. You have an incumbent sitting at 20%, and more than 50% of Angelina's side is a wide open race. The current mayor's closest challenger in our poll is also one of her staunchest critics. That is reality star Spencer Pratt. He lost his home in the Palisades fire and has spent every day since then calling out the mayor and Governor Newsom on social media for the response to the fires, lack of resources, and the slow rebuilding effort, and has amassed a large following on social media. But the first-time politician says he is not running just to help his community in the Palisades. He told me he's running to fix all of LA. So earlier this week, I spoke one-on-one with Pratt about his campaign at our Los Angeles station, KTLADT, and we started the conversation with how he plans to win over voters who are still trying to decide the candidate they want to vote for. All right, we are in Los Angeles for a special interview. Spencer Pratt, thanks for being on Inside California Politics.
It's a very famous show.
Well, thanks for the plug.
Oh, my gosh.
So let me start by asking you about how this race is shaping up. I want to mention our recent polling shows 51% of Angelinos are undecided. Incumbent Karen Bass won. You're number 2. So for the 51% of voters who are undecided, why should they vote for you?
Well, no, they're not undecided. They're just not aware of me yet. They're waiting to hear from the campaign that says, we are sick of what's happened to Los Angeles. This has to stop. So I just haven't, now that I've been on your show, that 51%.
You think it's going to change
now? We're good now.
All right, so make your pitch to them. Why should they vote for you?
Oh, let's right to which camera?
You can look directly at the camera, or you can look at me.
Vote for me, Spencer Pratt, on June 2nd, or when your ballot comes May 4th, just fill it out, send it in, because I'm going in to stop the fraud and corruption that has overtaken the city of Los Angeles. I am going to make the safe streets clean again. You'll be able to walk your dog. You'll be able to push your stroller without fentanyl smoke blowing into your child's nose and God knows what harm's coming. I'm going to do everything that none of these candidates will do or even talking about doing, and especially what Mayor Karen Bass has not done in 4 years. So, I mean, I could keep going, but I feel like no fentanyl smoke at the park is worth the vote right there.
Okay, so when you're campaigning and you bring up those issues, it's a lot different than when you get into office and you have to govern. So how specifically will you be able to get one of those items that you just looked into that camera and said you wanted to fix?
Easy. Back to the camera. First off, I'm bringing in the criminal investigation team from the IRS to audit all the homeless industrial complex that is stealing your tax money and my tax money to launder it through their NGOs to increase homelessness. So as mayor, first off, we're going to get all of our tax money back.
How are you going to get the tax money back?
Because right now they have $500 million just sitting they haven't even used. And guess who's not going to use that for the scams? Mayor Spencer Pratt. So I already found $500 million that's going to be back into the city's coffers. So better don't touch our money. Second, I'm going to enforce the law. No more encampments on the sidewalks. It's illegal. No more doing drugs on the sidewalks. It's illegal. We're going to, misdemeanors are going to be trending again in Los Angeles. And if you go through our program, you don't just go into the housing and then come out. These beds cost $750,000 a bed. You go in, you do your drugs, you come out, you go mutilate, torture dogs on the side of the street, go back in. None of that. There's no more revolving door. When I'm mayor, homelessness is not a business. Mental crisis is not a business. Drug addiction is not a business. We're going to fix these with solutions that work and get results. It's not going to be where you come to LA and you start an NGO and get rich. So these things are all fixable with an outsider like me that's not a career politician, that's all